Hello and welcome back to The Movies Made Us Do It. Me and Matt are back. It's too hot. How are you, Matt?
It is damn hot, yeah. But
Yes,
other than that, I'm pretty good.
good. We picked one day this week. We were like, let's record on this day, and it's the one day.
Yep.
It's the one day of
We're
the week. It's like, oh no, just 33 degrees for no reason today. Like, oh, great. Thanks. How have you been?
not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. We were having technical issues. It seems like we found a solution. Uh,
Okay.
but Angels with Dirty Faces has been our cursed episode.
It really is. There's something about that movie that just doesn't
We
want to clone.
even discussed at length about how it's the cursed episode when we recorded it last week.
Yep.
And I have the recording, but I need to work on it because of the curse. So so we're moving forward, and I will try and get that out and fix it.
Never doing another James Cagney movie.
No, we are. We certainly are.
Yeah, we got to do White Heat at some point.
I've learned nothing. But anyway, we'll get on with the new movies.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick us off?
Should we start with War of the World?
I'll start with the best one.
Yeah, let's start with that one. If nothing else, just to get it out of the way.
Okay. So,
we kind of dared ourselves to sort of watch it, didn't we? In the end, we sort of like dared. It's like, well, I'll watch it if you watch it. It's like, okay, I'll watch it then.
yeah, I mean, some background, I guess. War of the Worlds is my favorite story of all time.
It's one of my favorites.
It's my favorite short story of all time. I think it's fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
I have said many times on this podcast, I don't think anyone's ever done it true justice because I want that Georgian period, or Victorian period War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
I didn't think the BBC version did it justice.
Oh, that was awful.
And it was really annoying because it looked like it was going to be great.
Yeah, and then they just put all the sort of, DEI shit in it, and it was like, all about the woman, and it's like, what? No, why are we
It also kept doing the time jumping and stuff, which really annoyed me as well.
Yeah, it was just
Oh, it's so disappointing. But then, then you have the modern, quote, modern iterations of War of the Worlds. I'm a massive fan of the George Powell produced 1954 version, as we know. We made a short video about it.
Done your little video out, yeah.
I think the Spielberg version's got its moments.
Yeah, it's got some nice little performances. I like the sort of the dynamic of the family at times. It sort of works really nicely. I like that. I kind of like the idea of the sort of the slightly deadbeat dad who has to sort of actually step up.
Does good.
And look after his kids,
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Because back then, deadbeat dads have become a common thing in recent years, where completely useless dads. But he's a deadbeat dad from that time, and he steps up. It's a good thing.
And it's funny seeing Tom Cruise as a deadbeat dad. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
And the kids aren't annoying.
The idea that I don't know how he is as a dad.
No, I'm sure he's fine. I mean, just it's funny seeing action star Tom Cruise suddenly in a family environment. It's rare.
Yeah.
And it's funny. My main issues with that were kind of the Spielberg bits, the Spielberg ending. You get that scene where his son walks into an explosion.
Yeah.
And then at the end he's fine. He turns up. But whatever, it's fine. I quite liked that independent film version of War of the Worlds. I forget the name of it. The one that's like told like a historical documentary. That's kind of fun.
Okay.
And then Asylum shit these films out periodically as well. They're awful. Which is a nice segue to bring us onto this film, which kind of feels like an Asylum fucking movie.
It really does, yeah.
So Ice Cube's right. The director is Rich Lee. I know. But Ice Cube's name is on the top of all of this, so I keep calling it Ice Cube's War of the Worlds. It's his fault entirely. So I don't even know where to fucking start with this. Like, is it even a film? Can we start there? What constitutes a film?
Yes. I mean, it's got characters, it has dialogue, and it has situations. It's a film.
All right, fine.
It's not a very good one.
Right, we've got 1 star for that.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
so
I mean, and it's actually got good actors in it. I mean,
it's
you've
I
got
know yeah right. That's one of the worst things about it.
O'Neill in it, and it's like, okay. I mean, clearly they had nothing to do during COVID, so they just sort of like,
Yeah,
stared at us. I mean, Michael O'Neill is there with a cigar in his gob at a golf course. He was clearly just at a golf course and just thought,
and
while I'm
when
putting a couple of rounds in, I'll do this while I'm between rounds.
yeah, and when he's not there, he's in a car, like
Yeah.
he's just driving somewhere or being driven
Hello.
somewhere. Like yeah, totally. Yeah, the only real person is Ice Cube, who's kind of in a set somewhere. Everyone else, it feels like, could just be at home or out on a street somewhere.
And Ice Cube's put in some performances that I've actually kind of enjoyed. Not amazing. But
he's a fine actor in the right role.
Yeah,
I don't buy him as a super hacker government spy man.
No.
Which is his role. So Ice Cube is basically, he works for the government. He works in surveillance for the US government.
I think clearly somebody loved the idea of NWA Ice Cube as a government. You have to give up your freedoms for to be protected. Sure, yeah, somebody really loved that idea.
Yeah, I think you're right. So Ice Cube is William Bradford, who is, as I said, he works for some government organization. I'm not sure which one. CIA, probably. I forget. Oh yeah, by the way, I watched this in 3 sittings. It took me 3 sittings to finish this 1.5 hour movie. That's a half hour each time. So
but how did you remember what was going on?
Well, you remember the right? I will get to the point of this in a minute. No, I'll get to the point now, and then I'll make that point. So, he works for the CIA. Let's call it the CIA. I don't fucking care. He sits in a room and he basically watches what people put in their Amazon carts, and he just basically he spies on people, just looking for terroristic threats, I guess, and terror threats. Most of the time, he spies on his kids. That seems to be what he fucking does.
Yeah.
His wife died, and her last words were "spy on our kids at all fucking times." So that's what he does now, apparently. So do you remember Terminator Salvation, the one in the future with Christian Bale?
Yeah. Yeah, sort of. I've tried to scrub it from my mind, so
Me too, for the most part.
I liked some of the sort of the Transformer looking robots in it, but apart from that, that's and I remember him shouting a lot.
So one of the worst parts of Terminator Salvation is when Christian Bale as John Connor is sat in a bunker shouting obvious things at people, like "Get out of the way! Get out of there!"
Yeah,
that's this whole movie.
Yes,
is a guy screaming pointless shit at screens,
right at your face.
Like, run! Really? I would never have considered running from the fucking Martian invaders, assuming they're Martian.
Does it establish they're Martian? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I wasn't listening. So anyway, the government have created an artificial intelligence data gathering thing called Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
Wish it was a truck. That would have been way cooler. Knight Rider rules. But it's called Goliath, and it's about to go online, and Mr. Ice Cube says, hey, no, not him. Someone else says, there's a meeting that he listens into where they're like, oh my God, if it goes online, they'll come for us. And they do. So, the aliens.
Yeah.
I'm really struggling to make a point. Like, this film is so incoherent, I'm struggling to fucking make a point. Right. The aliens are invading Earth
let's give it the sort of, not the good bits, but the sort of the stuff that sort of exists. So we've got you've got your protagonist, your main protagonist. You've got the family stuff. You've got an alien invasion that comes down, in storms,
Yes,
and
they are tripods.
and they've got tripods. And actually, when I mean, despite the fact that the effects are terrible, when the tripod unfolded, I did think, hey, that's a nice design. Then it moved.
Yes, as soon as it moves, it goes to shit.
It moved, and it's like, oh.
And then it started flying.
It's when it's some of the worst it looks is when the beams are firing, because they've clearly done no sort of light, emitting from it, or
no.
It literally looks like they've just cut it out and stuck it on.
Pretty much, yeah.
We
have. Yeah, so those are things that we have in this movie. Yep. We do have an alien invasion. So these
you've got all the bits you need. You've got him being like the
overprotective dad, yeah,
and him controlling the sort of the cameras and seeing. We're kind of, he's kind of us.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got Eva Longoria, who's the NASA scientist, who for some reason is going down to these places and is like, why are you doing any of this?
Speaking of which, I love that this CIA agent who monitors people's monitors people on CCTV and Amazon carts and shit and online shopping and Reddit has access to cameras in space.
Yeah.
Why? Like, okay.
All the cameras
everywhere.
And of course, there's a subplot of the evil hackers who are like, against the system and must be stopped. And I mean, it's like, as soon as his son says, he wakes his son up. He stops him from playing a game or something, and he says, "You got to get a job and all this sort of stuff. You got a really good education." And you're like, "Oh, okay, so he's the hacker then." Okay.
He's anonymous or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, fine. I'm sure that's going to be a shock to me later.
Yeah. So these aliens, we'll call them Martians for the sake of argument. I can't remember. They might be.
It's claiming to be War of the Worlds, so you might as well just call them bloody.
They have vastly superior technology to mankind. They have managed to traverse vast distances, the Gulf of Space, as Wells put it, to conquer Earth with their vast technology and weapons that the military seem hopeless at defeating. But their plan to conquer Earth is to steal data?
Yeah.
Their plan is they're going to traverse the stars, come to Earth with alien war machines of death, mass death.
Mm-hmm.
Think like, yeah, okay, if you've seen the Spielberg version, there you go. That's the kind of tech you're dealing with. That's the kind of size of the tripods, the kind of power they're wielding. But they're stealing data. They've come to steal. See what the porn you've been watching. They've come to steal it. They've come to steal the porn. Yep. It's such an insultingly bad premise that makes no sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to you before we started that I felt like there was an idea in here. And I do think the idea, if you're making a COVID movie, I understand I understand. But I think there was something there. Like you said, you've got a good cast of characters here. And if you had a CIA government agent who is his life as his is in the film is being sat in a room and basically watching monitors, him kind of helplessly watching the invasion unfold, that's kind of interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
If you put his kids, if he's estranged from his kids and they live in a different country, but he can see them on CCTV, he can monitor them, he can kind of keep in touch with them, that makes it even more interesting. There is an idea that kind of works. What doesn't work, though, is is when he's just like, I'll just type some bollocks and now I can hack your fucking door open and oh, the bit with the car. Oh god, yeah. So he hacks a Tesla at one point and he's like,
Yeah.
just go to this Tesla. And then she runs and gets in the Tesla. And he's like, I'll hack the Tesla. It's fine. And so he hacks the Tesla, and it's a street where nothing's moving.
Mm-hmm.
There's an alien tripod.
Well, actually, just before that, things did move, and the tripod
blasted the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But now she runs for this fucking Tesla, and you see the war machine right behind her. It doesn't do anything. It's like, oh, whatever. It's fine.
It sort of walks menacingly towards her, and then sort of goes,
and then does nothing as this Tesla slowly ambles down the road.
The plot armor is strong with this one.
But yeah, his daughter's pregnant. A secret that he's not supposed to know about, but does know about. There's some interesting bits there, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But the whole thing with the alien stealing data is terrible, and the entire execution is god awful.
I mean, there were bits like towards the end where they're like, "Hey, it's all connected to like Roswell," and we had these like little ant insect thingies that they had before, but they were less evolved then, and they're really evolved now. And
I'm assuming that's what they base Goliath on, right? Is the tech they got from Roswell?
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
And there were bits where someone clearly had a thought here.
Yeah, not a terrible thought at the base of this somewhere.
Yeah, there's sort of stuff that they could have probably needed to hammer out a bit, and it might have worked a bit better. But no. And I do like when he looks at what Goliath is looked into, and it's all things like Skinwalker Ranch and Roswell and all the sort of the spooky stuff that you're like, hey,
my entire YouTube history. Yeah,
I was gonna say it's everything that loves. I mean, the thing is, there were some bits that just made me laugh so much that I sort of enjoyed it. I didn't hate them.
I laughed for the wrong reasons.
Yes, exactly. I wasn't laughing because it was supposed to be funny. I was laughing because it was just funny.
Yeah,
I mean, I would not recommend this movie to anybody.
No, unless you want to watch real shit. It's probably fun to watch with friends, like because it's one of those so bad it's kind of entertaining thing.
I mean, there's a rumor going around that Amazon did that on purpose. They wanted to make a bad movie, sort of a bad good movie, and I get exactly. I'm like, no,
absolute nonsense. The movie has done very well. It's extremely popular.
Yeah, it's.
But that was not
great movies, but it's also one of the highest seen movies.
There is no way that the company who spent that much money on a Lord of the Rings shit show thought, oh, let's just make something bad cheap.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think this is even an Amazon movie, is it? This was just bought by Amazon, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, there are a whole series of plots to do with Amazon.
Right.
The whole.
Oh God, yeah, no, because they got the Amazon Prime delivery. I forgot about that. Yes, sorry. Yes, no, this is an Amazon movie. No, it's massively popular, but that is by pure accident. There's no way they planned to make a shit film.
Even bribe a homeless person with an Amazon gift card.
Oh yeah, they do. That happens in this movie. It's like, oh yeah, I know the aliens are invading and I'm wiping out our entire existence, but if I give you £1,000 of Amazon gift card, is that all right? Why does anything still work?
God knows.
Why is the internet still up? Why?
Power of Amazon.
The power of Amazon. Yeah. Amazon works no matter what.
When oh, I'm shocked. He turns out to be a villain. He's totally enjoying himself when he gets to do the villain turn. It's like, yeah, I get to growl and be Mr. like, I'm in charge. I should know everything and all that sort of stuff. You think, yeah, he's having fun on his day off, isn't he?
Yeah.
oh god, it's. I mean, just watching Ice, Ice Cube for basically an hour and a half is just unintentionally funny as fuck.
Yeah. It does that really annoying thing as well, where it's like half pregnant, you know? Like if you're gonna do a found footage movie, then make it all found footage.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, like only show Ice Cube on a screen himself. Like, you know,
yeah.
go full on, but they don't. They like half fucking bake it where half most of the time it's found footage, but then it cuts back and it's not, and oh,
Yeah.
so annoying. It's just jarring. The whole movie is just jarring and awful. And I hate the transitions. I hate I hate almost
Oh, man.
everything
One,
about the look of this movie.
one of the bits that made me laugh the most, I had a full on laughing fit. Was there's there's a bit where like he the initial invasion, the things are coming down, boom, 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 all that sort of
Mm.
stuff, and he's flittering between news feeds and stuff. And there's this, it cuts. One of the news feeds is this woman reporter going, "Oh, the things are coming down, and it looks we think they're coming from the sky and all that sort of stuff." And then this like fireball hits her, and it's such a sort of cut out fireball.
They
Just
they
hits the ground, and just like that was so fucking funny. It's,
it's the same effect later in the movie. Fucking Anonymous gets taken out by
yeah,
the Martians.
yeah,
It's the
yeah.
same explosion there as well. It's awful. Really bad.
That made me laugh so much. It's brilliant. Clearly, you're not supposed to laugh. Yeah, I did. It was funny. I mean, it's a fucking awful movie,
It's
but it
really
did give
bad.
me a chuckle, and it did it passed the laugh test.
Yeah, I mean it was amusing.
But as an actual film,
Oh,
it's almost everything about it is just fucking awful.
yeah, I agree.
What a terrible movie that it's been
It's
sat on the shelf. It's been sat on the shelf for like 5 years or something, hasn't it? 3 years, I
yeah,
think.
I think since the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look
Um,
like they've done a lot with it since because
no,
clearly. Um they've
no.
spent no time working on those effects or improving anything about the film. So, yeah, I think it's just been shelved for that time.
Fair play to them. I mean, they've certainly got the views on it now, so that's
Oh
a
yeah,
bonus.
it's infamous. And I said to a friend the other day, they were like, "What is it like?" Because it is now infamous.
Yeah.
And I said I think it might be, at least in recent history, it might be one of the few times where people are not exaggerating about how bad it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this Star Wars movie is the worst movie ever. And you're like, well, no, it's not.
It's fucking awful. It's fucking awful,
It's
and it shouldn't
awful.
be a Star Wars movie, but it's not the worst movie ever
Yeah.
made.
But this time you're like, no, everything you've heard,
Is
probably true.
yeah. Yeah. It's a fucking terror. It deserves the. I think on IMDb it's got 2.7. I think. Yeah, 2.7. So it fucking deserves that score.
Oh,
It's one of
it
the
definitely does.
it's one of the few movies where I would then generally go, "Yep, that checks out. That lower score is adequate."
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yep. I mean, like you said, I guess couple of beers, couple of mates, it might be good for a laugh.
Yes. Yes.
But if you want a sci-fi movie with one of the world's watch the '50s one or something, or
Yeah.
even watch the Spielberg one.
They
quick beers.
obviously they had to, but they put H.G. Wells as one of the writers, and I'm like, take
Yeah,
that man's fucking name off of this goddamn page right now. How dare you associate him with this shit?
yeah. I mean, they do even use the line. It's like some kind of War of the Worlds.
Oh
It's
yeah. Ice Cube gets to say "Move, bitch, get out the way"
yep.
at the end. That made me laugh. That's the only genuine laugh I had.
Oh
Anyway,
dear.
that's War of the Worlds.
Yep.
Let's move on and never
Yep.
talk about it again.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
We will,
It will
yeah.
come up, it will definitely come up again.
We almost certainly will. What else have you watched?
So I will go with. Let's go with Happy Gilmore 2.
All right. I shocked you the other day when I said I have never watched Happy Gilmore.
I was surprised.
So I need to watch both movies. I understand the premise, though. Guy who hates golf is good at golf.
Yeah, well, it's a guy who's done everything he can to be a hockey player,
Right.
but he's just too violent and too stupid, basically, to
Right.
get a decent hockey thing. So he he needs to get money. His grandma is losing her house, and when they're moving stuff out, him and the movers have this thing where um, he hits the ball, and he can hit it like ridiculously far. So they're like, "Hey, I bet you can't do that again." It's like, "How much for?" And it's like, "I don't know, $20 or whatever." And then he's like, "Hey, you should do this." Like, and there's a really funny scene where he hits the neighbor's house, and then he hits the neighbor's wife out of the window, and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's crass. Hit people in the face with balls. Movie that it's an Adam Sandler movie.
Mm.
So obviously, at the end of that, he comes good. He beats the bad guys at Shooter McGavin at the golf thing. Mostly from sheer luck and circumstance.
Right.
So at the end of that one, he gets the girl. He loses his mentor, Chubbs, who was played by Carl Weathers, who by him as Chubbs was brilliant in the first movie. And you get all that sort of stuff. So this time round, it's like 30 years later, or however long it is. And he's he you get a sort of brief sort of he did all these tours, he got lots of money, everything was going well. He ended up with like 4 sons and a daughter.
Right.
His 4 sons are all like him. They're all like beating the crap out of each other, and they love hockey and that sort of stuff. And slight spoiler, I don't remember if it's in the trailer or not. He kills his wife.
God. Okay.
Accidentally.
Oh.
He hits.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, he hits her
This
with a
took a
golf.
fucking turn. Jesus.
Yeah, well, she's sort of like his manager as well at this point, I think so. So he hits her with a golf ball and kills her during one of the matches, which sends him into a spiral.
Understandably so, I would say.
Yeah. So he loses because she looked after all the money. He loses everything. He loses the house. He loses grandma's house. He loses, cars. He basically loses everything. They have to move into a shithole house, and he ends up drinking and working at the local supermarket. When this guy called Frank Manatee, who
Okay. That's a great
come,
name.
yeah, it is a great name. He comes in and says, "Hey, Happy Gilmore, I'm this like tech bro dude, and I'm totally gonna do this golf extreme thing. New golf where golf's boring, and we want to make it over the top, super successful, and all that sort of stuff." And Happy Gilmore was like, "Fuck no." And the running joke with this guy is he's got halitosis and shitty breath and stuff, and
Sure.
which is the usual sort of thing you would find in an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, I was going to say that's very early 2000s humor of them.
Exactly, and that's what you're getting in this movie, and that's for me. That was what I went for. It's an Adam Sandler comedy, and
yeah,
your mileage will vary whether you like Adam Sandler movies or not. And this is slightly toned down in places. It's he's older, but he's still doing the same sort of stuff. And if you really don't like that stuff, then just avoid this movie. It's not going to be for you.
But in a way, it's a good thing though, because if you're a fan of Happy Gilmore,
Yep.
it's more of the same, right? It's it's the
I
humor
think
you expect.
yeah, I think if you're a fan of Happy Gilmore, I think you'll be happy with this. It nowhere near as good as the first one, but it still had some great stuff. Basically what happens is obviously the he goes on to this. He goes back to golf because his daughter wants to be a ballerina sort of thing,
Hmm.
and she has a chance to go to Paris, the, the Paris School of Ballet, and I did like them. She's got a chance to go to the Paris School of Ballet. Great, where's that? It's like, is that local? And it's like no, but it's like $30,000 or whatever the hell much it is. It's like ridiculous amounts of money. And he's like, well,
Which would have been a drop in the ocean
yeah,
in
before,
his
but now they got nothing. So he's like, okay, I've got to go back to golf. And there is what I really enjoyed it. There's a bit where he's he's trying to get back into golf, and there's a running. I thought a really funny running joke where he just picks things up and they just turn out to be um, flasks. So
right.
he's working in the supermarket. He pulls out a cucumber and it's unscrews the top and takes the drink out of it. And
Uh-huh.
like the remote control on the TV is a flask. One of the balls at one point is a flask. It's like he just has these everything is a flask,
Right.
which I thought was really funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So he goes to this golf this like rundown golf course and he partners up with these three bloody douchebags to play a round of golf, and he's got his hat pulled down and he's like trying to
Not be noticed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And of course he's these three fucking douchebags are like one of them is like is Margaret Qualley, who was in The Substance,
Yeah, I was gonna say she was in The Substance. Yeah.
and Andre, oh what's his name, Andre something rather. Anyway, they're like, oh god, he's doing the Happy Gilmore stance. He goes, yeah, my dad tries that and he fails every time. So you get this like this soaring music as Happy goes to sort of line up, and of course he misses, and it's like, yeah, okay, that works. That's you were expecting it, but it was funny.
Yeah.
And then he basically goes on to sort of like fuck up all these things. And there's this great how the ends really did make me laugh, like full belly laugh. It was at the end of that scene is hilarious. Basically, he goes back to golfing, and there's you then got this big rivalry with the NX extreme golfers against the pro tour golfers, and they're all full on. The cameos in this are dialed up. You've got full on, golf royalty playing, themselves.
Mm.
And there's some quite funny little in, continual jokes with one of the guys keeps eating desserts and stuff, and one of them keeps getting hugged by people. It's like there's some nice little just stupid throwaway gags that kind of work for me. So you get this thing where they, obviously they have to. If things go wrong, he has to go back and he has to do this, big match up and to get loads more money and all that. All that, you know what's coming. It's that sort of stuff, and you get like those are people that were in the previous one. There's some nice sort of scenes where they kind of pay homage to all the actors that have died, since the
Right.
first. So
Sure.
so which is kind of nice, just sort of mentioning it, and you get Shooter McGavin back, who is Shooter McGavin is one of my favourite comedy bad guys. He is so good. They kind of he basically was playing Shooter McGavin in the that last Beverly Hills Cop movie, but they sort of gloss over that because Shooter McGavin in this one has been in a mental asylum for the last 30 years
Right.
ever since the end of the first movie. So obviously that's maybe just Shooter McGavin in another world sort of thing. I really enjoyed it. It's clearly not going to be as good as the first one, but I didn't mind that. I actually it was just nice to have what I thought was an actual genuinely funny comedy, which was just full of fart gags and people getting hit with balls, and that was funny enough for me. You know, it's an Adam Sandler movie with
Yeah, what more do you want?
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
sequel to Happy Gilmore. It's going to have the same sort of thing, and you kind of hope it would have the same thing.
Yeah.
And you know, there's some funny little jokes about objectifying women, which work, and that aren't
And
taken
again, very Adam
far.
Sandler.
Yeah, they're not taken too far,
Yeah.
and it's just it really is charming. He's got these kids that he loves, and they love him. You know, and I felt slightly sorry for Julie Bowen who plays Virginia's wife. She sort of she's in it for like 5 minutes really, and like in the bit at the beginning before she dies, and then it's sort of like dream sequences and sort of
right
in the sky sequences, let's say. And I thought, oh, yeah, they could have used her. I mean, it's like she's not dead. She's one of the few people, like side characters, that aren't dead, and you didn't use her very well. But fine. There is one thing that I really fucking hated.
Oh, okay. This was sounding very positive until this point. Go.
Well, this is the only thing that really annoyed me, and it's callback jokes. Now, I'm fine with callback jokes.
The odd one or two. You don't want to over-egg it.
But the problem is they have the callback joke, and then they show you the scene from the first movie.
No. That's really annoying. Like, why would you need to do that? Because if I get the joke, I get the joke.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, I've seen Happy Gilmore. I don't...
No one's watching Happy Gilmore 2 that hasn't watched Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched Happy Gilmore. I'm going to watch both.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just be like, oh yeah, I'll watch the second one now.
It's really like, well, who is that for?
Yeah. And it's not funny if you do that.
No. It totally takes away from the initial joke.
Because the whole point of a callback joke is that it's something of a reward to the people that do understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's an in-joke. It's not an in-joke if you tell everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Weird. That's an odd choice.
That's the one thing that I really hated in this movie. It's a minor thing, and it's just unnecessary sort of.
Yeah.
It just sort of feels like it's like, hey, stupid people, because you probably don't want the first movie. It's like, get this joke, hey, here. It's like, no, don't do that. I recommend it to anybody who loves Adam Sandler and anybody who loves Happy Gilmore, because I think it works pretty well. I think it's slightly too long. It's a 2-hour movie. You could definitely cut some of the middle bits out. I like the way what happens with the Shooter McGavin, what they do with his character it's actually really funny, and how it ends up is I really liked. It's full of typical dumbass Adam Sandler characters, which is, for me, great. I don't mind that at all. So I think I'd recommend it just for as a good city comedy.
Sure.
It will, with the caveat that you probably should definitely see number one.
Yeah.
But as comedy sequels go, you can definitely do worse. There are so many comedy sequels that just aren't funny, and this is funny. This is actually genuinely funny and actually heartfelt in a lot of places. It feels like there's a lot of love in it, and it is quite funny that one of his daughters his daughter is played by one of his daughters, and
that's nice.
One of the girls at the Alcoholics Anonymous group is his other daughter, and his daughter's ballet teacher is his wife. So you sort of go, okay, fine, okay, yeah,
it's quite sweet. I
don't mind it. No, I don't mind it. I mean, we're gonna. There's a movie I watched that we'll discuss in a bit. That is one of those like, yeah, this is always going to be because they. Well, okay. I'll talk about when we get to it. But it's a.
Are we going to talk about Mila Jovovich?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I assume that's where we were going.
Yeah, it's that whole
whole Resident Evil franchise, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, or anything with
Or
her and
Monster
her husband.
Hunter.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fair enough.
we
He
were,
loves his
we were
wife. Fair enough.
like, as you said before, you know, you women should, or well, anybody should find someone that Rob Zombie loves as much as
Sherry
he loves
Lynn.
his wife.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with
Oh yeah.
Julia and
Yeah.
Anderson.
And
And it's
fair
clearly the
enough.
same with Sandler and his wife and his kids, which is, I don't mind. They were charming enough. They didn't have enough. They didn't have a lot to do to be terrible with. So it was
Mm.
fine. So yeah, I liked it. It was good fun. What more? I don't think you could have asked for more. Really, it's exactly what it says on the tin, and it made me laugh a lot. So yeah, happy Gilmore too.
Well, fair enough. That works for me. Like I said, I will have to watch the first one. Um,
I think Happy Gilmore is one of his best. I think it's really funny.
I have heard
I
that over the years. So
I mean, my personal favorite is The Wedding Singer for obvious reasons.
yeah. Well,
But well, I mean, if we're going for like really good stuff though, if have you ever seen Reign Over Me?
no.
Oh, that is Adam Sandler acting his fucking heart out.
I was never the
That,
biggest Adam Sandler fan, which is why I've not seen a
that's
lot of his
him as
films.
a
I very much enjoyed that movie we watched last year, though. That was very good.
oh, the spaceman.
Spaceman, yeah.
Yeah, he was really good in that.
He was very good
And
in that.
Punch Drunk Love, I love him in Punch Drunk Love as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
which is
Yeah, I've seen that.
a weirder sort of comedy, which sort of thing. Again, that depends on your humour too. But Reign Over Me, he plays a guy whose family died in 9/11,
Right.
and it's this sort of, he plays this traumatized guy, and I really like that movie. He's
That sounds
really good in
interesting.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good movie.
Oh, cool.
See?
Well, I went to the cinema again. Air conditioning is great. Wish I had it right now. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. And I watched Weapons from 2025, directed by Zach Cregler or Kreger,
Okay.
and starring lots of wonderful people: Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, Benedict Wong, um, Amy Madigan, Streets of Fire fame.
Oh, maybe, man.
So this film is well, if you've seen the trailer, you will know, but the film is very upfront about it. We open with this child narrating, saying that on this particular Wednesday in this town, at 2:17 a.m. in the morning. That was dumb. It's 2:17 a.m., so of course it's in the fucking morning, Rich. Jesus Christ. These kids from a particular class in a school disappear. They just don't turn up one morning, and we then cut over to Justine, played by Julia Garner. She is their teacher, and she comes into class that morning to find one kid. There's only one child there in the entire class, Alex, played by Carrie Christopher. He's just sat there by himself. No one else is there. All the kids gone from that particular class specifically. There's an investigation, obviously. The police get involved. The FBI get involved. They interview her. They interview the kid, Alex. They interview everyone they can. Everybody's ring doorbells and all of that stuff all show these kids getting up at 2:17 a.m. and just running out the door. They all run out the door in a similar way, but they all just run out the door.
Anime style.
Anime style, yes. So there is a mystery, but it's not long before, of course, the parents of the kids start blaming Julia Garner's character. Out of hurt and confusion, it's all from her class. And you're not going to blame the child, Alex. So, they blame Justine. Justine is an insufferable bitch, which doesn't help. And she does, by the way, I should say, Julia Garner, wonderful in this film. She's
Yeah.
perfect. She's so good in the role, but the role is written to where she is just insufferable at times. And will not let things go. She just makes things look worse and worse for herself. Like she starts stalking Alex, the one kid that did kind of didn't get taken. Benedict Wong is her principal. He's like the principal at the school, and he keeps trying to talk some sense into her, warn her off, kind of continuing. But she pushes for it anyway. And through her, we kind of see the story up to a point with her. And we see her interactions with the people in the town. We have Alden Enric as a police officer, who she's kind of cheating on. He's cheating with her, his wife's on a business trip. But it then at a certain point in the movie cuts to a different character. And so what we have is a film where we see everything from different perspectives. So we start with Justine. I think it then goes to Paul. It goes to Archer, played by Josh Brolin. We see it from Alex's perspective, the kid's perspective. We see it from Marcus, the Benedict Wong's principal's character. We see it from a bunch of different perspectives. And even Austin Abrams as this drug addict who is wonderful, such a good performance. We see his perspective as well, and it basically you start with a small part of the picture, and then through the different characters you start building and seeing more and more of what's actually going on. Right. I'm not going to spoil what is going on.
Yep. Good.
I will say, if I had one criticism, this movie that is set in modern day with Ring doorbells everywhere seems to assume that this town has no CCTV anywhere else that would clearly indicate where these kids went.
Right.
That's a bit odd. But ignoring that, this movie is wonderful. It's really well shot. It's really well, like, the cast are all stellar. I don't think there is a single bad performance. I think Amy Madigan is unbelievably good in this film.
Amy Madigan is Amy Madigan.
Yeah, I mean she is brilliant in this film. As is Austin Abrams is the homeless guy. He's really, really good as well. But they're all fantastic. The cast are superb. I think the story it's really well written. It's really well presented. I like the different perspectives. I think it's filmed really well in such a way that when you see scenes from other people's perspectives that you've seen already, they work really well, and it does unlock pieces of that picture. I think it's creepy when it needs to. There's a few jump scares that feel earned rather than just, shit, like most jump scares are these days. It's just a really good film, and it's got a really good sense of humor. Like, there were some really funny bits in this movie as well that kind of took me off guard. It caught me off guard because I thought it was like a full-on horror, and it is, but it definitely knows when to lighten the mood briefly. It's got a dark sense of humor, but it's there. I don't want to say too much about it because it will, spoil the movie. And I don't want to spoil it because it's really, really wonderful. I think you'll love it. I'm really like.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say when we come when I've seen it,
it'll be a little later, and we can probably spoil it a bit more. Yeah. Because it's one of those movies, sometimes I watch a movie and I'm like, oh, I'm excited for when Matt watches this movie so we can talk about it.
The ending's a bit divisive, so
I loved the ending. I loved it. Thought it was great.
Yeah, I think some people have gone.
Did people not like the ending? I really liked it.
Some people didn't like how it ended. So
interesting. Yeah. I thought it was fine actually. I mean, it's made clear in the opening that they do this doesn't spoil the movie at all. But in the very opening of the movie, the child narrator's like, yeah, they they did a roadhouse, and like no one in this town will tell you the truth of what actually happened, because they're
Yeah.
basically, it turns out it's like a big embarrassment for the town what happened, and so they all lie. No one will tell you the truth. Um, and so we will never find out. So it's only
Right.
when we see it from these different perspectives that we understand. But publicly, no one will ever know. Now, I thought the ending was fine. Actually, I thought it was really funny and fun, and yeah, I liked it. I mean, I do have like a question about the way one bit at the end went, but it would spoil so much for me to go into that, so I will
Right.
not.
Okay.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Maybe when you've seen it, we can go into a bit more of that. But um,
So
things
top
happen
five.
to characters in the
Yeah.
movie, and they're pretty consistent except for one character, which is why I was a
Right.
bit like,
Okay.
that's odd. But yeah. Anyway,
So contender for top five.
so far, yes, for sure. For
Nice.
sure. It was really, really good. Really, really enjoyed Weapons. I 100% recommend it. And it's, it's one of those, like, hey, there was a lot of hype surrounding this, and it lived up to the hype. I mean, I really liked Barbarian too, so
You like Barbarian more than I did.
yes, I did, didn't I?
I
Yeah.
enjoyed a lot of Barbarian. There was just some aspects that I thought were dumb.
I think you'll prefer this to Barbarian. That's my
Okay.
my gut feeling, but I guess we'll
Yeah.
find out. But in any case, I highly recommend Weapons. Whether you see it in the cinema, which obviously is a great cinema movie, or see it when it comes to streaming, I definitely recommend seeing it when you can.
Okay.
And I'm sure we'll go into more detail once Matt's seen it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else have you seen, Matt?
So I have also seen Drop.
Yes.
So this is a thriller directed by Christopher Landon. George. Freaky and Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. Okay, I haven't seen it, but I really like Freaky. Freaky was the body swap.
Which one
The
is the
body swap
marked
one.
ones? I have sat through all of those movies.
Yeah, I know you have.
I like the first couple, but yeah.
Freaky's the one with Vince Vaughn where he body swaps with.
I have still not seen that one. That sounded really funny when you
It's
were explaining
really
that one.
funny. It's the movie where I sort of thought, wow, I never really realised just how fucking huge he is.
He's a big dude, yeah.
It's like he should play more serial killers. He's huge. Anyway, so the drop. Yeah. So we got there we go. Things being slow. Megan Faye and Brandon Skilner. Brandon Skilner was in 1923. Basically, one of the mains in that, and he's
Huh.
fucking excellent. Really.
It is
That's,
Michael Landon's son. I always wondered whether it was Michael Landon's son. It is. There we go.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Cool.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
I was just really curious because I was like, I wonder.
So basically, we've got Violet, who is a single mother. I think she works as a sort of online therapist, which made me chuckle. Only because you get all those ads on YouTube for, hey, why don't you get a therapy because you're clearly fucked up. Anyway, she's an online therapist who had trauma with her previous partner, and she is going on a date. She's having her first date in years. Her sister is going to look after her child. She sort of judges her up because she says what she's wearing is awful, and she makes her does her up and says, "Off you go. I'll look after the kid. You go meet your thing." So she goes to this restaurant in the top of this skyscraper. Ridiculously fancy, swanky, pretentious restaurant, which has a really great view of, and it's Chicago, I think, where she meets. There's a sort of thing. She bumps into some guy, and they drop phones, and then she meets this other guy who's on his first date, and he's sort of nervous, and clearly he hasn't been dated for a while either, and
Mm.
then the pianist comes over and he's a dick, and sort of hits on her, and she says, he asks if she wants a request, and she says, "Baby Shark," because that's basically all I've been listening to for the last like 5 years or
It's
whatever.
the only song I know now.
Yeah. Um, she then meets her date, which is who is Brendan and what was it, Henry in this, and he's a photographer, and it's he seems lovely and charming, and obviously a handsome looking dude. Incidentally, actually,
Hmm.
he is who is the top favorite for Gunn's Batman at the moment.
Okay. I mean, I can only see this photo of him, but yeah,
Yeah, well, if you see him in,
he looks like he could pull off a Bruce Wayne.
I think it's good. I think it's on Netflix now, or it's going to be.
Hmm.
Watch 1923. He's fucking great in it.
I intend at some point in my life to
Yeah,
put time aside to watch all of those because I hear they're all fantastic, and I've heard
yeah,
your reviews of them, so
they're
I
all on Netflix.
intend to. It's going to be a binge at some point. I'm going to go on
My
a
favorite
mass
is still
binge.
my favorite is still the 1800s one for obviously reasons, but
Yeah.
they're all fucking good.
Well, the fun thing is now I can actually watch them chronologically,
Yes, yeah, you
which will
can.
be
Yeah,
my plan. I think I'll watch them from beginning to end chronologically.
that would work. So yeah, so he's charming, and I think, and Violet keeps getting these drops on her phone.
What's it? What, like a drop in signal or?
No, so it's basically it's like somebody messages you, and they question, they get questions. Hey, would you like to play this? Or
Oh, okay, right, yeah,
it's that sort of, it's like, hey, don't, if you, why don't you do that? You should do this because this will save this might save your life and all that sort of thing. And she's like,
right,
bollocks, what the fuck is this shit? And she just keeps
yeah,
deleting them, and they keep getting more and more insistent
mm-hmm.
each time, and she says to the guy, what he says, oh, is something wrong? And she says, yeah, I keep getting these things in. And he says, well, this drop thing, you have to be within so many feet of the person. So they're within this restaurant.
Oh, so it's like almost like a Bluetooth kind of thing. You have to be in the
Yeah,
same room,
yeah.
right?
So so then, it's like, we'll have a look around. We'll see if we can figure out who it is. So they sort of do that. Then the messages are like, if you don't answer this message, I will kill your son. And she's like, okay. So she clicks on it, and it shows that the camera's in her house, and it shows a dude in a balaclava with a gun, basically stood over her sister.
Right.
So of course she's like, fuck. So then she's basically then told she's got to first of all get the memory card out of the camera from, I'm not spoiling anything here. Get a memory card out of the camera of her date, and then once she's done that, she's then told, now you've got to kill him.
Right.
And it's, if you don't do it, so it's then the sort of whole, she tries to sort of get away. She tries to, but obviously she can't. Somebody clearly they're watching her through the cameras in the restaurant. She can't leave. She can't tell anybody. She tries to tell people, but they're like, oh, I know what you're doing. Don't do it. You'll regret it. And her sister gets a conk on the head, and her son gets sort of terrorized a bit.
Sure.
So she's like, she has to be on board now. So then it becomes the whole, how can she save her kid? And because she clearly doesn't want to fucking murder everybody. And there's a nice sort of, there's a thing that happens at the beginning, the very start of the thing, which you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense, which I quite liked. I thought that was done quite well, which leads into her history and stuff.
Mm.
The two leads are great. They have really good chemistry. I like them a lot. It's a really nice, I thought, a really nice, very well done, tense thriller, which sometimes you can question how much you really get away with all this stuff. But I I liked it. It works. I thought it worked really well. I watched it with my wife.
Mm.
She said that there was a up until almost the halfway point, she got to the point where she was finding it so cringy that she was going to walk, but she didn't, so she stayed and she did watch it. She found the whole stuff that she had to do cringy. I didn't. I found it just the right amount. I didn't think it tilted over into the
Right.
oh no, I can't go with this. My wife did. I didn't. I thought it was fine. It was because you've got the annoying waiter who is cringe, but I thought he was just cringe enough, and they used him just at the right amount before it got too like, oh, this is annoying now. I thought it was just the right amount of cringe, if you like. But she did stay and she did watch it all, which I was surprised at when but that's what I thought it was really tense and really well done. Um, you will sort of slightly question how believable some of it is, but I really liked it. I thought it was really well done. There's some really nice shots. There's a really beautiful shot I thought when she's in the bathroom and the sort of camera pulls up from her and it sort of everything goes dark and goes into it, and then it's like how she's experiencing the world sort of thing. And I thought, oh,
Mm.
that's a really nice shot. That was very really quite clever. I like that. And there's a nice shot when she's in the bathroom and the screens are behind her, sort of thing. Yeah, it's not going to win any awards or anything. It's not going to tax you too
Sure.
much,
Yeah.
but it's a nice tight thriller, and I don't think it overstays its welcome. Um, I depending on how you know some of the actors in the cast, you will probably know who's who. But it works. I thought it worked really nice, and it has some genuine sort of moments where I thought, oh yeah, this is actually edge of your seat stuff. This is pretty good. I like it. I'm with her because I think the Megan Faye. I think she's a very sympathetic, uh, well done sympathetic character that you want to stay with. You want to find out. I want her to save her kid and have
Yeah.
her sister not die horribly. You do question how much punishment people can take at one point, but fine, it's okay. It's not trying to be anything eyebrow here. This is just a sort of nice thriller. Yeah, I
Mm.
recommend it. I think it's really nice, really suspenseful, really nice sort of nice main two performances. Yeah, really good. I liked it.
Great. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. And one more, I believe, from you.
I do.
Mm.
So I also watched In the Land Lost, or in the Lost Lands. I keep getting those around the wrong way.
I I forgot this film existed. I was going to watch this film because I remember seeing the trailer and thinking this looks rubbish, but in a potentially fun way. Um, and Dave Bautista.
Yeah,
And then I forgot this existed until today when you told me, and I was like, oh yeah, of course, that movie.
yeah. So it's based on a short story by George R. R. Martin,
Yes.
which I haven't read,
No.
but yeah. So it's based on that. How much influence he had on it, I don't think any, but sure. So basically, it's the world's fucked. Like everything's turned to shit.
Mm.
Post-apocalyptic. You've got Mila Jovovich as Grey Alice, who is a witch, and you've got Dave Bautista as Boyce, who is a hunter, a sort of gunslingy type
Yeah.
character. So you've got basically you've got this world. The world setup is there's an overlord and his queen, and then there is the church that sort of can seem to control everything. And of course, Grey Alice is a heretic witch, so it starts with them trying to hang her, and obviously her getting away, and then you've got this almost sort of chase movie where parts where the crusadery type church people are trying to track her down and kill her, and the Grey Alice sort of has this thing where she sort of fulfills wishes for people. She can't refuse someone's request, which is like, okay, sure, why?
Right.
So the Queen comes to her and says, basically the Overlord is like an old man and he's on his way out and he can't do anything, bedridden, and they don't have an heir. But the Queen comes to Grey Alice and says, "I want a werewolf. I want you to track down a werewolf. I want a werewolf's power." For some reason,
Right.
and then she's like, "Yep, fine. I'll go and find you a werewolf." And then this one of her men, who's clearly in love with her, says, "This thing should fail," and she's like, "Okay, it'll fail." Right. Okay. So then she basically goes out. She has this vision. Her witch powers seem to mostly consist of her of the camera looking at Mila Jovovich's eyes, and then her hypnotizing people into doing what she wants.
Okay.
So that's how she escapes at the beginning. One of the priests, she sort of looks at her eyes. He shoots shoots the rope that's out, and then he shoots the other guards, and so she can. One of the powers she seems to have is that. So she tracks down Boyce, who, as I said, is this gunslinging hunter, and says, "Oh, I've got a job for you." She beats him at cards, and off they go to find this werewolf. This movie is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, the trailer looked like it. Yeah, it's looked in the nicest way possible. No, not even in the nicest way possible. Just being completely honest, the trailer looked like a Paul W.S. Anderson movie.
It is
They just like 100%. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly that. And I wanted to watch it mainly because I like the sort of setting.
Yeah, me too. I do like the setting. That was another thing that was attracting me.
And I quite like Batista. I think he's the one thing that I'm not sure whether this is him or whether this is people trying to how they promote him. But in this movie, it seems that he's sort of all women seem to want him.
It must be the way he's being cast, surely.
In the Assassin movie we watched, where he was, he got the girl in that, and it was like, okay, I kind of believe it.
I thought they had very good chemistry in that movie.
They did, and I thought, the way it was done, it was like, okay, I see why she likes him.
Yes,
it's that was sort of, it's fine. It worked. It
did.
Was it Killer's Game? That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Killer's Game.
Yeah.
I thought it worked pretty well for that thing. This one, however, like the Queen loves him. They stop at some waypoint. This woman there loves him. Mila Jovovich loves him, and it's like, he's not Sean bloody Connery. I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't. I mean, Dave Bautista, he's not a hideous looking dude or anything, but he is what he is. He's not.
I mean, it's slim pickings in the post-apocalypse,
Well, that's the only thing I can sort of think. It's like, okay,
he's a strong-looking dude.
Strong dude, and it's the apocalypse. Fine, I can kind of see it, but it did feel very weird and a little like, no.
Oh wow, you're really muscly and not hideously mutated. You'll do.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I mean, but it was, it's. Did you ever see Priest?
No, that was a film that looked so bad I did not watch it though.
Like, Priest is a bad film,
yeah,
but I kind of enjoy it.
Okay,
I like it.
Right.
Carl Urban is the sort of main vampire bad guy. Is chewing the scenery and really enjoying himself in it. And bloody hell, my brain always blanks on his name. Jarvis.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany. For
Yeah,
some reason, Paul
it is
Bettany.
Paul Bettany, right? Paul Bettany.
Is,
That's his name.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he also is doing his best with it, with the material. So it works, it's again, it's rubbish. I'm not trying to say it's a great movie or anything. It is
No, no.
rubbish, but it is enjoyable rubbish.
Mm.
This is just rubbish. I mean, even I don't know whether it's. I mean, I don't know. I remember how old Miljonovich is now, but she doesn't seem to be quite as sprightly as she once
I was
was.
going to say she must be 49. 49.
Yeah, I could say she
I
must
was
be
going to put
roughly.
her in her early 50s. So
Yeah, she's the same age. She is the same age as me. And yeah, well, I've never been fit enough to do any of the shit that she does, but she's still sort of watchable. She's still good, I mean, they give her this fucking terrible haircut, but even that, doesn't ruin the fact that she's still gorgeous. The action scenes are fine. It's all mostly blue screeny, green screen, whatever it is. It's all that sort of thing, and it's fine. The sort of
what
the
haircut did
setup.
they give her?
Oh, she's got this weird grey.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
no, that is pretty awful. They should have
yeah.
gone with the Mad Max 3 mullet. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
The massive one at the start.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
The world's longest mullet. That's what they should have done.
He looks cool like that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, not many people can pull that look off though.
No. It's got sort of like little gleams of this might have made a good sort of show, maybe.
Yeah.
TV show.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it's quite a good short story. You never know.
Maybe. And it's got sort of elements of the Dark Tower books in it, and you've got the traveling gunslinger and all that sort of stuff, where sort of ghouls and stuff in it, and it also will make you think of Fallout and stuff like that.
Mm.
It's just not very good. The dialogue is appalling, and it's the whole swathes of it are like, what's happening now? Why are we doing this? Can we?
That sounds a lot like the later Resident Evil movies.
Yeah,
where you're just like, what the fuck is going on now? Like, why are we going here? What is this? Who is that? Yeah. Why is this?
Yeah, and I must admit, I haven't seen the later ones, but I know that they get it like that. And yeah,
I mean, they're all pretty terrible, but they get real bad.
Yeah, the first couple are sort of fun.
Terrible but fun, and then they just devolve into terrible.
Who is it? Somebody's got. Somebody's just got control of, and they're going to do a new Resident Evil.
Oh, it's the director of Weapons.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, Zach Crickler.
Which made me think, oh, okay, maybe we'll finally get a fucking actual Resident Evil movie.
Yeah, and he's cast Austin Abrams, who plays the junkie in Weapons, who was very good. So
I did hear he's focusing on Leon. So
okay, I could kind of see that.
Yeah,
maybe
if they fucking do it properly, yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, but yeah, this is fucking terrible. It's just not fun. It's boring. And some of the fight scenes are okay. There were like stuff that were like, oh, this should be a surprise. It's not. You see it coming a mile off. It's, there's something that happens that's like, oh well, that was fucking obvious. Of course it is. And it does that one of the worst things a movie can do and that is just make you think of better movies.
Yeah.
And even movies that aren't great that are better. You know what I mean? Like no one's best. Well, I was about to say no one's favorite movie is Priest, but that's untrue. I'm sure there's probably at least one person in the world, because
Oh yeah, there almost certainly will be. Yeah,
and I'm sure there are people that's favorite movie is Priest, but not many people's favorite movie is going to be Priest. And when it makes you think that that's a much better movie, and I'd rather be watching that. That tells you something.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's dull, it's boring, and it's just don't bother. You know,
Fair
if you want
enough.
to watch, if you want to watch a Paul W. Anson movie that I really liked, and I still watch, I've watched it many times. Go for the Musketeers one. I really liked his Musketeers movie.
That's the weird steampunky one, right?
Yeah, it is. It's the weird
Yeah.
steampunky one, and maybe it is because it that whole
Yeah, I
you know
mean the aesthetic is
the
yeah.
aesthetic's really good.
Yeah.
But I think the cast as well is really good. You've got Matthew McFadden as Athos. You've got Ray Stevens as Porthos. Mila Jovovich actually, I think, makes a pretty good Milady de Winter. You've got Luke Evans as Aramis, and you know that's a bloody good cast. Orlando Bloom is the Duke of Buckingham, who's on bad guy duty, you know, tearing up the scenery. It's fun. That movie is again not the greatest movie ever, but it's got some really cool um, fencing scenes in it. You've got Mads Mikkelsen as Rochefort in it. It's really fun and really, you know, enjoyable. That one I'd recommend. This piece of shit to avoid at all costs.
Fair enough.
Even I'll even say this: even Monster Hunter was better than this.
I didn't even watch Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter was
I
terrible.
heard your review and that was enough. Sometimes your review is enough for me, you know? I'm just like, that'll do. I feel like, you know, I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah.
I can see it in my mind's eye. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe I'll give this one a miss.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's everything we've seen.
Oh, I have also finished off the Sandman show.
I have not even watched a single episode of
Um,
season 2.
it continues to be mm, mundane in a lot of
Hmm.
its
Okay.
um, workings. I didn't like who they cast as Daniel. He
Right.
had no sort of feeling or gravitas to him at all.
Oh.
He,
Well,
he
that's
was
not good.
awful. He's the guy they cast as Louis in the awful um,
Which I also haven't watched.
interview TV series.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking touching that with a barge pole. So yeah, he was bad. There's some really nice performance stuff in it, and it's like, oh, really cool. But they've just left out so much of the really cool like details of the comics that really annoy me. And they did this thing. They made Loki and um, Puck a squabbling couple,
Oh.
and it just sort of like, why have you done that? What? Why have you made them this weird sort of squabbling couple? They, I mean, I'm fine with them being a couple. That's like sure, okay, but as a sort of Puck when well, Christ, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not on the spoiling stuff. When they steal Daniel, the baby Daniel,
Hmm.
through all these sort of series of machinations and all this sort of stuff. For some reason, Puck is like, oh no, I like this kid. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this. And it was like, oh no, and they become this arguing couple. I'm like, what am I watching? Why are they like this? This is fucking weird. There's a whole series of there's a whole bit where Morpheus goes to speak to his parents, which they put here. He goes to see them to stop his death, basically,
Right.
which they don't do in comics. I think you only see them once in the comics, and it's in Overture, which is strictly speaking the last thing they did, but the first tale. It's set before Preludes and Nocturnes. It's how the Sandman became captured by how he was exhausted and became captured in the first. It's the story they went back to explain what happened at the beginning. And they're so mundane. His parents, the parents of the Endless are time and darkness. Oh, time and night. Sorry. And in the comics, time is um, constantly changing age. He starts as a kid and gets older and becomes an old man, and then he goes back to being a kid. And so that they don't do any of that. He's just Rufus Sewell in a dark suit, being miserable.
Yeah.
And the portrayal of night is a little bit better, but again, it's like boring. They do end on the death story time of your life,
Yeah.
which is done pretty well. I, it does hinge on her, which is
She's
good
fantastic. So
is
good.
really good at death. You know, I it works. They tampered with the story. They made Sexton an adult in the comic. He's not an adult. He's a teen who lives with his mother, and in this, he's a journalist who lives with a flatmate. Like, okay, not quite sure why they've done that. Maybe because they didn't want the issues that comes up with it dealt with a teenager or something. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want the suicide stuff done with a teenager. They thought it'd be better to do it with an adult. I don't know, but it wasn't a deal breaker. It just felt a little weird, and it changed the sort of dynamic of the story slightly.
Mm.
But it was actually okay. That one, it's the sort of last episode. And that was good. Yeah, again, most of the performances are really good. The lead was Sandman. He's just really good. I really enjoyed his performance in that. Overall, it was okay. I'm sort of glad I watched it. There were episodes where I'm like, okay, we don't need any of this shit. What are we doing here? But I think the biggest takeaway is just that how sort of boring they made it. You know, it's just that they could have done some wonderful things and they just didn't, and it's fine, I guess. I think I would say you could tell that Gaiman had less of a hand in this. It doesn't. It does feel like, you know, they would for a lot of the time they were doing their own thing with it, which was to their detriment. I would say if you love the comics, maybe give it a go and see how you feel.
Mm.
If you haven't read the comics, you might enjoy it more. I think probably. You won't have.
I imagine probably yes.
Yeah, you won't have any of the baggage, so it might be all right. It was okay. It was all right. I think the first season was better, and that certainly had its flaws. But overall, it was all right.
Yeah.
I kind of recommend it, but I would also say you're not really missing anything.
Fair enough. I'll probably watch it at some point, but
yeah. I mean,
I'll be honest with you. I forgot it had come out, so like that's how interested I was in seeing it at that point. I didn't hate the first season. I quite enjoyed quite a lot of it. But yeah, I saw it come out, and then it was like, oh yeah, I'll get round to that, and then didn't. So
all of the Endless themselves, with the exception of Despair, I think are all cast beautifully. They're all great.
The cast in the first season were fantastic.
And I don't blame the actress who's playing Despair. It's actually what they've done to her character.
Constantine was the one I didn't like in season 1. That casting
yeah, there's a lot of her in this.
Yeah,
and they even have a sort of love thing between her and the Corinthian,
right?
Which is like, okay, sure. I don't quite get why she.
I think she would have been fine as Constantine. I think it's just the fact that they just made her Clara.
Yeah.
She's just Clara. Like, you basically told her to do Clara. And that's really irritating, because that character was really irritating.
when she's playing the original, because she's playing
Yes, the Ancestor's better. Yeah.
when she's playing Ancestor, and then which weirdly is how Clara worked as well.
Yes.
When Clara first turned up in the
She
Victorian
was
thing,
she was fine.
she was
Yeah.
actually a really good companion. It was later she was shit.
That's very
But
true.
yeah, there's the episode with Orpheus is actually very good. That one I did enjoy quite a lot,
Mm.
and she's quite good in that as the earlier Joanna Constantine.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll
Yeah,
catch it at
I
some
mean,
point.
you know, it is what it is. It was fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. No more of that anyway. It's done now, isn't it? I think.
Hello.
Hello. I said
Oh,
it's done now, isn't it?
yes.
I think they're cancelled after season 2, or they didn't plan
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go beyond season 2.
The story's done as well. That they got to the art. I
Oh,
mean,
of course they did Daniel. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Obviously. Sorry.
So
It's getting
they
hot in
could
here.
they could continue. They could continue the dreaming, I guess. With
Yeah, I guess.
Daniel.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that.
No.
I honestly, with the guy they got cast as Daniel, I hope they don't. Because he's terrible.
Mm.
But
Oh
yeah,
well.
you know.
Any news? Any depressing news?
Um, I don't think I've got anything other than depressing
I
stuff.
knew you were going to say that because it's been a
It's,
while and
yeah,
it's not bode
I
well.
mean, we've got two really big ones.
Uh-huh.
I mean, one not a movie star, but I mean, meant a hell of a lot to my life.
Yeah.
You know, one of my absolute heroes, and that's Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. Who has appeared in films? So
Yes, he has. He was in Adam Sandler.
he was in an Adam Sandler movie. Yeah, exactly.
Little Nicky, which is a great cameo as well, actually. And of course, the Osbournes, which we used to watch in the pub.
Started a horrendous thing.
It really did.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if it didn't start it, it certainly popularized it, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the first, but it certainly was one of the biggest.
You know, we wouldn't have the Kardashians or any of that shit
No,
were it not for that. But it was fun when it was on, I must admit. It was good entertainment. Mainly because of Ozzy.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, well, what?
Next is basically what we were watching it for.
Yeah, yeah.
And sure, I know it was played up and it was scripted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it was fun, and it was you know.
I think with any of those reality TV things, there is a sprinkling of reality in there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of spontaneity which works, but you know.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, music wise, massive. Yeah. I mean, Black Sabbath, obviously, incredible. I also adore Ozzy Osbourne, the Ozzy albums.
Oh man, The Fire of a Madman and
so good.
Fucking great album. Bark at the Moon is one of my favorite albums.
I think they were all pretty good, to be honest. I mean, towards the end, I was less keen, but yeah, superb.
I actually really liked it was 13.
Yes, that was that album was way better than it had any right to be.
Yeah, when they were just like, oh, we're coming back, we're gonna do a new, you know, Ozzy album, and I thought, okay, sure, I'll give it a go, and it's actually a fucking great album.
It's really good. Yeah, it is really good.
So yeah, and that with the whole, you know, farewell thing was they clearly timed that right. They clearly knew this is the end. Let's do something.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like, you know, yeah, I've seen this personally where you have people that are, you know, dying of one thing or another, and they, you know, they're like, oh, I'm gonna make my daughter's wedding, or I'm gonna, you know, and they do, and then very shortly after, you know, it kind of felt like that, where it was like he was determined to do that show.
Yeah.
And once that was done, that one purpose, the thing that kind of kept him going, once you know, and whether that happened or not, I have no idea, obviously, but it did feel that way, you know, where it felt like he wanted to do that, he did it, and then, you know, shortly after.
The dude like has made it further than a hell of a lot of rockers who were
Considering
ridiculous.
the damage he must have done to himself over the years.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
The
crazy.
drugs and alcohol that guy has done probably is enough to kill several people, let alone one.
Yeah,
And so he really it was a complete survivor.
he
How he
was.
managed it was unbelievable.
And when you
Uh,
look at the funeral, I mean, my God,
yeah,
that was like a bigger turnout than the Queen. It was insane.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, beloved. My best friend actually
I
went to
love
the my
I love
best.
that Birmingham really did sort of come out for him. It was a whole he was a
Yeah,
Birmingham hero, and I love that.
yeah. My best friend went to the exhibition on the weekend.
Nice.
Said it was really amazing. And yeah, went to all of the kind of did the tour as well. That because she's from Birmingham, so she went to all of the Aussie areas, and
Yeah,
yeah, I just it can't really you can't really stay. It's like another Lemmy, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like on
yeah,
that level of like, oh my god, that's like one of the
mhm,
greats.
yeah,
In film in filmmaking or film it's the same as like a Christopher Lee. It's like oh wow, you know,
yeah,
it's a great.
yeah, yeah. A guy who ended up with two amazing careers,
Yeah,
and I think
well, I mean, when you look at his crash out from Black Sabbath,
mm,
I don't think anyone expected him to kind of survive, let
no,
alone come back with an amazing solo project like he did. But
absolutely not. I think a lot of people just thought that's it. It's
yeah,
over. There's not many people who, after being thrown out of a band for those
for
specific
those
reasons,
reasons, yeah.
then go on to do anything else.
And that's the thing. People give Sharon a lot of shit, but she fucking saved his life. She turned
Yeah,
him around, you know.
she did. She did.
Um,
She gave it when nobody else did.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But yeah, absolutely. Well, will be hugely missed, obviously.
Hmm.
And a huge influence on both of us.
Yeah,
Particularly Sabbath.
yeah,
But from that, I guess we move on to Mr. Nanny,
yes.
Hulk
Hulk
Hogan, who
Hogan.
was in more movies, unfortunately.
He was a lot more.
Uh,
I mean, he's quite good in the Rocky.
oh yeah, he's great in Rocky 3.
Um,
Thunder
oh,
Lips.
Thunderlips. That's it.
Yeah.
Thunderlips. Yeah,
Um,
he's great. Uh,
uh,
I think I said to you the other day. I've not been to the cinema with my brother very often because my brother had ADHD and he couldn't deal. Um,
well, it's funny you should say that because I think Suburban Commando is the perfect movie for someone with
well,
ADHD because it
they,
feels like an ADHD movie.
there's three I definitely went to see with him, and
Uh huh.
one was Suburban Commando,
Yeah.
two was the Turtles movie,
Okay. Every kid
and
saw that. No one missed that movie.
yeah, and three was the Power Rangers movie.
Okay, yeah. Every kid saw that as well, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Those are the only movies I ever recall going to the cinema to see with him,
Mm.
and yeah, he didn't keep stealing any of them, but but I do remember going to see Suburban Commando. I kind of went really because Christopher Lloyd was in it.
He's
Um,
great. I mean, he's great in it. Yeah, he knows exactly what kind of movie he's making.
yeah, yeah, and
Santa with
it,
muscles.
oh god, I've never seen that. I saw the trailer for that. We're like, no,
Thunder in Paradise.
that
What if
movie.
we did Knight Rider, but with a boat? It's a military boat. It's a top
Yeah,
secret military boat that they wrote Thunder on in bright yellow letters across the side for
yeah,
some reason.
and it didn't at all feel like somebody's speedboat. It just
No, not at all. It had stealth mode and everything.
oh god. But having said that, as a wrestling legend, wow,
Yeah, it's
what
it's one of those
what
things. I mean, he's had a lot of controversy in recent years. Well, actually, in quite a lot of his later life has been full of controversy from one thing or another.
yeah,
But I said to my housemate, it's really weird. This is only a thing that's possible in wrestling, where you're like, the guy sounds like he was an absolute dick,
Hmm.
but I'm really sad that the character of Hulk Hogan's died. Does that make any sense? And only
Yeah,
in wrestling can that be the case, where you're like, oh, I kind of miss Hulk Hogan, who was never real.
yeah,
Even though I kind of think the guy who played him was a dick, for some reason I'm still like, because Hulk Hogan was such a huge part of my childhood.
yeah.
Massive.
Uh-huh.
I mean, when I still remember when we were kids, me and my brother one year, the year was it WrestleMania 6? Um like I was a big Ultimate Warrior fan. He was the
Yeah,
big Hulk Hogan fan, and I remember we both had pictures that year for Christmas. One was Hulk Hogan, which was his, and one was Warrior, which was mine.
yeah,
And and that was back in the day as well. Like we didn't have cable, so we
no,
rarely ever watched wrestling. Rarely
yeah,
ever, but we all knew who all the characters were because we all had the
yeah.
toys. So we all had the toys and played with the toys. And then
We
very
used,
occasionally, one kid on the street would have the pay-per-view, and you'd watch it.
yeah. My nan used to have cable, so my
Oh,
brother,
amazing!
yeah, so my brother used to get her to record it, and then we'd watch, you know,
Yeah.
the next day we'd watch watch it on video,
Uh huh.
and so yeah, and like you, I was also more of an Ultimate Warrior fan, but it's the same thing with Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior was a real asshole
Yeah,
too.
but again, I'm sad that the Warriors died.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
character, you know.
I think one of my other
Oh,
is okay.
you
It
broke up
seems,
there for a second. Sorry.
oh, sorry. The only one, the few, the big ones that I love that didn't seem to be a dick is the Undertaker.
Oh, see, I was gonna say Piper.
Oh yes,
Like
actually,
when Piper died, I was like, he always seemed like a really fucking cool dude.
and, and Piper is actually a better actor than
Oh
most of
god,
them, too,
yeah, for
but
sure.
better. I mean, They Live is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Um, and I love How Comes to Frogtown as well.
me
Um,
too.
it's a terrible movie that I love. But yeah, I mean, as Hulk, the character, what a character! And even when he became Hollywood Hogan,
Oh, I
there
still
was some
loved all
real,
that.
there was some real fun when he turned heel
I
and
was a huge WCW fan. Like NWO was massive for me.
it was a weird sort of up and down thing with us. It was like there were moments where it got better when Sting and stuff, and
Mm.
you'd sort of go back to you're like, okay, I'm bored of this now. Let's go back to WWF, and then you're like, okay, I'm bored of this. Let's go back to WCW.
Yeah, those were the days. Channel
Really up and
flipping.
down for a bit, but Hulk was as that sort of, I guess, the brand, if you like, was wonderful as a kid. I mean, Hulk was in fucking everything, and like he wasn't even in like GI Joe and stuff, and
Sergeant Slaughter was definitely in G.I. Joe. I don't know about
yeah,
Hulk. He might have been. He was in Baywatch with the Macho Man.
yeah, yeah,
Um, that's another person who I think seemed pretty cool. Macho Man seemed pretty
Macho
cool.
Man, yeah.
I don't even think it was a character with him. I think he just
No,
was like,
that's actually
I'm
true.
pretty sure he just was that guy all the time. Um, but yeah, I remember him in Baywatch. Yeah, he was in a lot of stuff, and
He
like you
was.
said, just everywhere. I think he's one of the few, even to this day, maybe The Rock now, but I
Yeah,
can't imagine there's many wrestlers, and maybe Stone Cold, but like Hogan's the one you could go anywhere in the world, like Spider-Man. You go
yeah,
anywhere in the world, show him a picture, and they're like Hulk Hogan, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And again, like Ozzy, he had was it At Home with the Hogans or whatever it was?
Hogan knows
Um,
best.
Hogan knows best.
Which
Yeah.
I never watched, but
Oh,
I never watched with sound. But
right.
but I always remember when I used to go to the gym, they used to have it on all the time in the gym, but they'd have gym music on, so it would only be silent.
Right.
And so my only impression of that show is like Hulk Hogan angrily pointing at his kids all the time and his
Yeah,
wife.
pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much
It
what it
was
was.
pretty much like he just always looked like he was just let me tell you something, brother, to his
Yeah,
wife. You're
pretty
like,
much.
what's going on?
It was just an angrier version of the Osbournes.
Sure. Yeah, it makes sense. That was the successor, wasn't it? Actually,
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah,
We did watch in the pub.
yeah.
We did watch some bloody crap in the Eclipse. We really did.
Well, you know,
I mean, we also watched.
alcohol helps.
It does, yeah. We used to watch Beavis and Butthead, which is fine.
Oh, that's perfect pub fodder. Yeah.
Exactly. It's actually quite funny because that's how you test your whether your patrons are like as it were locals. I mean, there are no ones as local to that pub, but it's the you stick Beavis and Butthead on to see how many people leave.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, Aussie Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
huge.
So two smaller ones. Kenneth Colley, who played Admiral Fiat.
Yes.
He recently died as well, and I mean, I never put it together. I've seen that movie so many times. I didn't realize he was Jesus in Life of Brian.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he's Jesus at the
Really?
beginning. Yeah.
Until right now, I did not know that.
So yeah, he was a lovely sort of character actor, and Gerald Harper, who was Adamant. Try saying that when you've had a few. Another of those sort of 60s, 70s posh actors, as it were. He had another series called Hadley, where he played like Lord of the Manor, which I've not seen, but I sort of vaguely know of it. Yeah, so another one. He was, I think, not 90 odd, so he had a really long innings. But he was, yeah.
Apparently, he was uncredited in the Dam Busters.
Really?
Oh, and of course, yes, he was in A Night to Remember as well. Huh.
Yeah.
The best Titanic
so
movie.
He's usually a very, very, very posh character actor, but
yes,
but yeah, great. And finally, Lonnie Anderson. Great in WKPR in Cincinnati, which I don't know whether you ever watched.
No.
It's really funny, radio-based comedy show from the 80s. I remember right, 17, 80s, which I remember watching as a kid. She was great in it. She was in lots of sort of she was in a couple of films with Burt Reynolds, who then became her husband. There's actually a joke in The Wedding Singer about them being a couple, which is quite funny. But yes, another sort of great sort of comedy actress.
Yeah.
Mostly known for being sort of a dolly bird, really. But yeah, I think that's it, really.
Depressing news.
Oh, there was one thing I'd forgotten, actually. Dave Bautista looks like he might be the Kurgan in the...
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, good casting if you want to do a Highlander.
They haven't actually said the Kurgan, but I could see that.
I could see that. I think that could work. I mean, I'm dubious about this entire project, but if they do it, great.
The weird thing is it? I too think shouldn't, but there's enough already that's shit about Highlander that
yeah.
I shouldn't say this because it's not true, but I was gonna say it can't be much worse, but it could be. But I don't think it will.
I don't think it. Well, I would hope not. The thing is, I mean, I liked Highlander the series for the most part. I liked the manga anime. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Other than that, yes, the first one, and then forget it.
They've said that they want to make it into a franchise.
Well, good, right? Because if you're gonna fucking make your first movie and then make there only be one at the end,
yeah,
you fucked up. So I hope they go Highlander the series route.
Yeah.
For the first movie,
Yeah.
So the Kurgan's not the only one left. He's just a big bad. But once he's done, there's more Immortals to continue with.
I mean, even better, just keep the Kurgan as a sort of big bad that turns up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like there. We know he's coming, sort of thing. that would be cool.
That would be cool. Especially if you're going to do a series of films.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's great casting anyway. I think he'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because I don't remember whether we said that he was playing Ramirez. It's oh my god,
not Christopher Lambert, I'm guessing.
It's Gladiator dude.
Oh, Kurt Russell.
No, Kurt Russell. No, Gladiator.
Kurt Russell. Sorry, Russell Crowe. There was a Russell in there. It's fucking 30 billion degrees in here right now. My brain is fried.
Yes, Russell Crowe.
Yes, Russell Crowe. That's fine.
Yep.
Again, that's pretty. So hang on. Are we talking? So we've got Henry Cavill, Russell Crowe, and that's a good cast.
Yeah,
that's a solid cast.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you know, if you're going to reboot things or remake things, I've always said it should be something that needs rebooting or remaking.
Yep.
And while I love Highlander to the fucking hill and back, the original.
Yeah, it's a fucking brilliant movie.
The rest of it is shite. So if you're going to make a new franchise out of it, great. Do it right this time and continue it. Write it as if it is going to be an ongoing series.
There's always a sort of a faint hope that maybe it's a Battlestar and not, you know, a Flash Gordon. Did you ever watch that Flash Gordon series in late 2000s?
Don't think I even knew that existed.
Oh, dude, it's fucking awful.
Yeah, I'll avoid that. I didn't even know that was a thing. So when you said that, I was like, "What? When was that?"
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh.
So yeah, but you know, there's always a glimmer, maybe, but
yeah, we'll see.
And under normal circumstances, I'd say, "Fuck off," no. But
it's a hell of a cast.
Yeah, and do you know what I think part of it is for me? It's I just want fucking Henry Cavill to have something good.
He's had plenty of good.
Why can't Henry Cavill have nice things?
He's had plenty of nice things.
Like what?
He was fucking Superman for a while. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was great. Mission Impossible, he was great in that.
All gets turned to shit.
Well, yeah.
Everything, like...
I'm still gutted. Me and my friend actually were both talking about this on the weekend. We're kind of gutted that there was never a Man from U.N.C.L.E. sequel, because that film was solid.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Very good.
Nobody went to see it, sadly.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
But, I mean, I like him as Superman. I like him as The Witcher. You know...
Oh, yeah, he was in The Witcher. I forgot about that.
Each one of those, you know, especially The Witcher, that turned to... Because they didn't want The Witcher anymore. They wanted Ciri the show, not fucking...
Yeah.
Geralt the show.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, man, you know, with this Warhammer thing, that's been up and down and round the fucking...
It's still technically happening, isn't it? Or
yeah. Last I heard, it was still there, and it was still... They were still doing it, but I don't know how much... I think his involvement with it keeps going up and down. I've heard different things. It's like, at one point, it was a case of he's sort of in control of all of it. It's all going really well. And then it became he stepped back. He's not in control of it anymore. He's just going to be a minor part of it. And then they were saying, oh, no, he's back again. It's like, God, just fucking do something with it. You know, it's dragging on now.
Yeah, well, you know, hopefully Highlander could be the series for him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Maybe.
It's kind of funny. You're saying everything he's involved in turns to shit, and Highlander historically is a show that will turn to shit.
Yeah, you know.
I guess we'll see.
Yep.
In any case, I think that's about it.
Yep.
What are we doing next time?
So I think we're going to go back to the 75 movies.
Mm.
And I would like to do Boy and His Dog.
Holy shit. All right. That's a great choice. I was just not expecting that. Yeah, Boy and His Dog. Why not? One of the biggest inspirations for most post-apocalyptic fiction.
Yeah.
in
even
general.
even if they don't know it.
Yeah, a lot of them probably don't know it. But yeah,
No.
great. A Boy and His Dog it is. So next week we will be back with a review of A Boy and His Dog. But until then, stay safe, take care, and there's a few movies in there for you to watch.